Hello, this is Ben119 and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to carry on with Twilight Princess HD dungeon design series. So we are up to the Palace of Twilight, which is dungeon number 8, and we are on the second part. So this actually looks a bit like the first part because we're doing pretty much the same thing. So we're going to get the second orb in this dungeon, and we are going to head to the main room with this orb. So it's very similar to what we did with the first orb. The only difference is it's a bit harder this time because the puzzles are harder and there's more enemies in the way. As you can see, it's like a full-grown shadow beast here. You don't have to fight him, so I guess that's pretty easy, but you do have to claw shot the ball from further away, and you have to get a more precise angle on the claw shot, so that's pretty cool. So we're just going to take it into this next room. And this next room here, actually, it does have a pretty good puzzle. This is one of the good puzzles in this dungeon, because you actually have to use the claw shot targets that are above you, because there's loads of claw shot targets in this room, and you actually have to use them for the main puzzle in this room. So we can go in here, and this hand is going to come through the wall. So I'm not sure if what's about to happen is a glitch, but whenever I put this ball in here, the hand usually gets stuck on the wall. As you can see, like the staircase rises up, and the hand sometimes gets stuck on this wall. I presume it will happen this time. So what you want to do is, while the hand is heading towards the ball, get on this target, and get on the second target. So I think you're supposed to go on the first one like that, and then claw shot the second one from the first one like that, and just drop down, and you will be here. So you want to head to the top, so then you can claw shot it. If you claw shot it while you're on it, it will just drop down. So claw shot it now, and then it will fall down. And now you have to jump down here and go for the door. If you just try heading towards the door originally, this is the only way of getting back up to the door. So you have to go this way. And now we're going to head this way, and as you can see, I don't think it's based on how far you are ahead of the hand. I think the hand just automatically comes through the wall. But I swear, when I was younger, when I played this, it was based on that. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's different on like the GameCube and Wii version. But I just messed up there. I actually fell down from the parkour. And originally I was just thinking to myself, I've got to re-record this part because I've just lost the ball and it sucks. But I actually figured something out on the fly, which is pretty cool. And I just thought I might as well go back up here. And as the hand's trying to get the ball, I'm going to claw shot it out of his hand while I'm up here, and I can just carry on. But the hand was actually so stupid that it couldn't even pick up the ball. That was his only job, to get the ball and take it back, and he couldn't even pick it up. So I managed to just claw shot it back, and I've got it, and it's safe. So we have to grab the ball, and we have to stand on this platform here to activate this. And it's pretty cool how it does that, actually, how the lights light up when the ball's around you. It's pretty cool how much you can control stuff with it. So, just before we carry on, you may have noticed there was 2 chests in that room, and no, I have not missed them, because I'm going to go back and get them now. Something I might actually do before the end of this series. I'll talk about it in a second once I get these final chests. But it is something that a lot of people forget about when they play through this game. I think I've actually already done it though, on outside of the Let's Play. But it's that one chest in Goron Mines. You know the chest where you need to have the hookshot in Goron Mines, but you don't have the hookshot originally, so you have to come back later. A lot of people forget about that chest, but if you just remember to come back with the claw shot, you can go back and get it. I'm pretty sure it's just rupees. It might be a stamp though, I'm not 100% sure because it was a little while ago when I got it. But if you haven't got that already, you can go back and get that. And these platforms here, you're only actually able to get on them once you've taken this ball out of the room. It's really weird that you can't just stand on these platforms the first time you go into this room. For some reason they only activate once you've completed this side of the dungeon. Really weird design choice in my opinion, but it's pretty cool. And we've got the final heart piece, so we are now up to 19 hearts. So all we got left to get is the final heart in this dungeon, then we'll have max health, which is pretty awesome. So you want to stand on this platform here. The only way of really getting out is by standing on this platform, waiting for it to get to here, then jumping. Because we're not able to activate the other platform that takes us out because we've not got the ball with us, so we have to be creative. It's a bit weird how those platforms don't activate straight away, how you have to come back in. At first I thought you needed to bring the ball with you to activate it, but no, you just have to come back in. It's really weird. So the ball actually gets placed over here once you come back. I was really confused, but I thought it actually got stolen at first by the hand and I have to go all the way back. But no, it just stays there. So I guess that's pretty cool. So we can finally take this ball to the middle. And after this point in the dungeon, this is where the dungeon actually starts becoming good. So this first half of the dungeon, if this was just one half, it would have been fine. If one half of it was like that, like taking a ball back. But it just seemed a bit like dragged out, having to do this for like 20 minutes. Like, it kind of just wasted a lot of time, and I feel like they could have filled it with more interesting stuff, and they could have done a lot more with it and made it more fun. But they did the same thing twice, and what they did, it was okay, but it's nothing amazing. And even if you've played this dungeon several times like I have, it's really boring, and it's just a waste of time. But basically what that gives us is it gives us a powered up Master Sword, so that is the upgrade I was talking about, which is an upgrade for the Master Sword. However, the annoying thing is once we've completed this dungeon, we don't get to use the upgrade outside of the dungeon. So we're only able to even use it in the Twilight Realm. So we're not even able to use this in the final dungeon, because it would have been really cool to have in the final dungeon. And basically what we can do with this ability is we can one-shot all the enemies. The only thing we can't one-shot is the boss of this dungeon. But all the enemies, all the shadow beasts are able to one-shot. And the more important thing is we can take out this black Twilight stuff. So if you go near the Twilight stuff and you swing your sword or you spin attack, it basically gets rid of it. And that's really cool because before we had to take those balls with us, but we can now just go anywhere we want pretty much. So it opens up the dungeon a lot. I do like that about it. I just wish they made it more like a regular dungeon. They could have had several paths that were blocked off by this. They could have made it into a good dungeon. And they could have had the exact same dungeon item and it could have been a much better dungeon. I think from now I'm just going to stop saying negative stuff about the dungeon and I'm going to try and be more positive from now because everyone's probably sick of me saying it could be a better dungeon. A lot of dungeons could be better, but this one in particular. So there's some cool puzzles right here. We have to activate different lights and they activate platforms. And there's some fighting to do. And it's pretty cool. The next room is probably one of my favourite rooms because it's really nice. But there's some more enemies here. And as you can see, these Zant heads, there's loads of Zant heads. They all go down in one go. These Zant heads are pretty good. They're alright. I think if they were stronger, I think it would have been better. I think if they had more abilities, it would have been better as well, rather than just shooting those lightning balls. I think a mirror shield would have been a cool addition to this game, because I know, I'm pretty sure every other 3D Zelda game before this has got a mirror shield in it. But there's no mirror shield in this game. I think it would have been really nice to have, and it would have been like a nice upgrade for Link to have. But no mirror shield. But we got a small key. There's a lot of keys in this dungeon, and my complaint with keys is that as soon as you get a key, you use it on the door, like, straight after. Like, you can't even explore the next room, like, you have to literally go, use the key to get out of this room. But I know with some temples, I always use this as an example, but Lakebed Temple, like, you can get a key, and you can, like, have to use it in, like, a few doors' time. Like, it's not, like, the very next door you have to use it on. I think it's good because you might not even know you need a key, and then you have to look back and find it, and it makes it more interesting. Like, in a way it can be annoying because you're always backtracking, but I think some backtracking is fine, especially if the game wants you to find something important. I think that's fine. I just don't like backtracking when there's something on, like, the opposite side of the dungeon that's almost inconvenient. There's like one rupee chest that you're only able to get once you have an item, and you have to go all the way back for it. It's really annoying, but if it's an important item that's a few rooms away, that's completely fine. So this room is got loads of, like, shadow birds, like, loads. There's probably about 25, and it's probably not 25, it's probably about 20 to 15, let's be realistic. But they're really annoying and they get in your way. It's probably closer to 10 to 15, to be honest. And they end up going all in your face, and you can use your bow, but you can use your sword as well. It's just bow is easier because you can just shoot them. And there's Zant heads, so we need to take out all these Zant heads in order to get a chest. And the birds don't do anything, it's just I like killing them because they get in the way of everything. That was very, very lucky actually what happened there. I ended up ledge grabbing onto the elevator and the Zant actually hit me. And I actually fell upwards onto the elevator as it was moving. So that's pretty lucky. I could have easily voided out there, but thankfully I didn't. So you don't need to kill these birds. I think I just mentioned that. They're just there to be annoying. But you need to kill these ant heads if you want to progress, pretty much. This is a good example of not needing a key to progress straight to the next room, because you could ignore this room thinking there's nothing of value in this room, but there is. There's this chest here, and there is the boss key chest as well, which we're actually going to get onto in a minute. So here we go, we've got a small key. And now we're going to kill this bird here. I think I might just kill all the birds because I'm a bit of a psychopath. And they're annoying me. To be honest, I'm not really a psychopath, it's just they're annoying and I don't want to be constantly Z-targeting things when I'm trying to show you where the boss key is. Just going to take them out now, I'm very sorry. I know they're just defending them. Well, they're not really defending themselves, they're trying to attack me. I'm not even like causing them harm, they're the ones harming me. If they were just like living their lives and then I was just shooting them out the sky, then that'd be a bit different. Well, saying that, that's what I'm doing right now, I think. Oh well. I think that's enough killing birds. So we're going to head over to this Twilight waterfall thing. I'm just going to jump through, and there's some more birds on this side. And this is actually well hidden. I actually really like this boss key placement. It's really clever. So if you turn around and you look up, there's actually hookshot targets here. There's like claw shot targets. So if we go and we claw shot onto them, we're actually able to climb up the inside of like the Twilight waterfall, and we can keep going up and up and up, and eventually we'll get to a chest. I really like this use of the double claw shot, and I think if every item had this kind of use in the dungeon, it would be a much better dungeon. So here we go. I actually like how hidden it is, because when I was playing it casually and even like in other playthroughs, I've got to the end of the dungeon, forgotten the boss key. And then I've realised, oh, it's back here, I remember now. And I've had to go all the way back and get it. But it's not like an annoying backtracking thing. It was like a sense of like, this is cool. Let's just kill that bird because it's in the way. And I think I'm going to end the video in a minute because I want to dedicate the final part to the next room and the boss of the dungeon, because the boss is a very long boss. Because it's like a big cutscene. So there we go. This is the outside room, which is cool. I'm going to end the video in the outside room because it's a nice room. So if you enjoyed the video, please like the video and subscribe if you're new around here. Make sure to watch the other parts, and make sure to watch the other dungeons if you're interested, and watch the next one.